on YouTube, and this actually applies to any social media platform, there's advice, sage, very, very sage advice that always seems to fall on deaf ears. That is, don't feed the trolls. What do trolls eat? They feed on reaction, any type, positive, negative, whatever. The only defense against a troll is just to ignore them. I know sometimes there's no choice but to block them, but if you can avoid blocking them, even better. But I do understand if you have content that gets lots of comments and you get somebody that just won't let up. I get that something has to be done, right? But any type of interaction, from blocking, comment, deletion, whatever, gives food to them. There's a really good video, and I will put a link to it in the description box below, that it's a satire about trolling. I think you'll like it. What do I know about it? Well, I am a troll. Retired, as far as you know. I'm a retired troll. We had and the culmination of my troll career was in the troll wars of 2010, around the time that Vivo got started, and it was bad. It was ugly. So how did I get involved in that crowd, you may ask? Well, back to 6 Degrees of Nuttin' Fancy. I'm watching Nuttin' Fancy videos. I'm watching Nuttin' Fancy content. Then all of a sudden, during his adventure video, after he makes this awesome lean-to, does a really cool performance showing how to build a fire, and he's using all these different tools. It's an amazing video. Then all of a sudden he has a heart-to-heart about his critics, which I thought was odd, because I never noticed them until he brought them up. I never noticed them. And what had happened was, apparently somebody had been commenting, getting under his skin, you know, asking about his credentials and everything else. And then he goes on to say how I'm a lieutenant colonel in the military and yada, yada, yada. And what was bizarre is, to that point, I had never really thought about that. I wasn't so concerned about his credentials, because he was simply putting up decent content that I was wanting to watch. But all of a sudden, I'm seeing these people respond to it, and these people criticize it. And it gets into how there are these lies of omission, and these individuals, these trolls, single in on it and bully it and push it and push it and push it. A big person on that was 155mm. He made a response video that ended up, we had this little bar on the side, and it would come up as related content. And 155 had all of his, he did this video where it was just a picture of him, and he was holding a rifle, and it had just all this list of all these military schooling that he had been to for artillery, in his case. And he was like, well, yeah, what about you? You know, what's it to you? And I thought that was interesting, because here's this guy, this 155mm, very storied soldier, really impressive, and I started watching his content. So 155mm has a big bone to pick with Nuttin' Fancy. And I'm not really sure why, but it boils down to that credibility. So 155 does this stuff where he does a like a challenge type video, right? Where he's asking Nuttin' Fancy to shoot a certain number of rounds hitting on target within a certain amount of time. And this is this is going to be and the channel's second or third viral video, where so Nothing Fancy doesn't really respond to it. I consider myself a TNPer at the time. So I respond to 155 millimeters challenge. And I do the thing, so I get these shout outs from the Nothing Fancy audience. I get the shout out from the 155 millimeter thing, and you know, there I am doing my thing, and through my response to it, at the time now, so spoiler alert, 155 and I have a falling out, and he's in the right and I'm in the wrong. We get kind of close afterwards, and he starts this group, and you had YouTube groups back then called the YouTube Snipers Club. And because of my shooting performance back then, and because of my my association with Big Sarge and his military background and everything else, kind of given that genuine military credibility to the channel, I'm in this fold, like being under the wing of a dragon. But the whole time I'm responding to this video, he's like, "Why are you sticking up for this guy? You know, why are you doing this?" And I was pretty obvious to it. I was doing it for my own fame. It wasn't necessarily that I thought, well, Nothing Fancy's all right and I care so much. Which partly I didn't have a problem with his content. It was for my own pursuit. You know, I'm getting an audience. I'm doing what I enjoy. I'm having fun with it. It was a cool little deal. I don't know if I still have those videos as public though. They may be unlisted, and it just had to do with 155 trolling me, because you never trust a troll. That's another good sage advice. But through 155 millimeter, I met Bubba Effect and quite a few other trolls, and just went down this rabbit hole of negativity and criticizing other people, and got pretty heavy into troll war afterwards. And for those of you who don't know what a troll war is, it is when trolls fight trolls. So you have trolls on one side and then trolls on the other side. And over his criticisms, 155's criticisms of Nothing Fancy, you know, he convinced me to turn my back on the Nothing Fancy project, just because there were certain things that didn't make sense. They pointed out the lack of viewer engagement, the lack of community involvement, and also around this time I became friends and associated with Mad Bad Voodoo and a user named Mega Gaver. Now, where Mega Gaver and I became friends is through because Mega Gaver had was saying at the time that he was in the Marine Corps, and he had did a video criticizing Nothing Fancy about this video where Nothing was showing these people in public and just sort of, oh, look at this guy, he's not squared away, you know, he wouldn't be able to defend anything. And Mega Gaver makes this video about, hey, you don't know who people are, you don't know what they have or what they do. It was a decent criticism, and then the overreaction against it was just unacceptable. So this Mega Gaver guy, he got ostracized, and he's like, he makes a response video. So I'm watching Mega Gaver, and he makes a response video where he's like, I'm in the Marine Corps and this and that. And then I, you know, me personally, I see the Marine Corps thing, and me being a former Marine recruit turned Marine recruit dropout, the whole Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, you know, you see that and you're like, well, shit, you know, maybe I can help him out a little bit, the whole Semper Fi thing. So you end up going down that rabbit hole. And there was some decent content on Mega Gaver's channel, and but next thing you know, bing bang boom, I'm a troll. And boy howdy am I ever a troll. And we're getting community engagement. I've got probably about 20 channels now, all up for trolling. I'm talking to Mad Bad Voodoo at the time. I'm talking to all kinds of other people. I'm really getting community involvement. I'm starting to do video responses more, and before that, I was like, wow, why would you need more than one channel? Why would you do video responses? And to make a long story short, I know it's already too late for that. To make a long story short, we have this troll war where like the Nut and Fancy Project has all these trolls on its side. The hyena deal has trolls on the other side. And that's when I become friends with Tex Grebner around that time, also through 155mm, because he becomes part of the YouTube Sniper Challenge. And amidst all this, my YouTube partnership gets approved. So all of a sudden now, I've got like three or four of these videos that are getting thousands of views. And my YouTube partnership gets approved. I'm in the middle of a troll war with my main good channel getting approved. And you want to talk about a mess. Now we got a mess on our hands. All right. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, down in the comments, tell me about your YouTube experiences. I don't care if you just started. I don't care if you're even thinking about doing a channel. I encourage you to hit that record button. Even in these trying times. And once again, thanks for watching, and appreciate you being around for my YouTube story. We'll catch you later. Hit me up with that thumbs up if you liked it. Take care.